I was issued some clothes and soon they shaved my head, and quickly enough I would meet the dead. I would try to save them but sometimes fail, sometimes accompanied by a child's wail. I would chase my dream but then settle and fall. To this day, however, I would not do anything different to change my tale. I worked in the era of the PDA and worked for the founder of Discovery in its heyday. Leadership lessons for me would abound as I would learn about IT business from some of the best around. I built a team that had never existed and I helped change the organization as I persisted. I wrote papers with a baby strapped to my chest as I studied terrorism, strategic planning, and all the rest. I was older than most in the classrooms for sure, but getting good grades proved easy as I was mature. I filled out the papers and answered the questions when I thought federal law enforcement was for sure my direction. I chose stability and family instead, and again I have no regrets for the path I was led. From paper to electronic, I helped our providers. I could speak medic and technician, so was a great EMR guider. I used data and numbers to show our strengths and gaps, and with another child needed many more naps. Away from the hospital hallways I went, and soon I would learn how government funds were spent. Anthrax and pods and throughput and investigation, I was now once again in service to my nation. I partnered and planned, and again got to lead, this time for the sick, the injured, and those in desperate need. Planning and medical, those were my specialties, and training and teaching to all different agencies. At some point, the closet of darkness in the back of my head made it hard for me to go to bed. I had stress and fear and pain and regrets, but discipline and love helped rearrange my head. I talked about things and pushed my body to the edge. Keep pushing, keep trying. To myself, I did pledge. I'm back to healthcare and technology working with people. I have good days and dark days, and sometimes I'm a mess. But one thing I know, in this world we need to focus on our people and team up in a process if we hope to progress. I'm Kevin Pannell. I'm the host of the People, Process, and Progress podcast. I was also the creator and host of the Between the Slides podcast, so if you've come here from that show, I appreciate your listenership and your partnership and us all growing together. I'm 45 years old, been married 18 years. I'm a father of 3 boys and a border collie named Hoss. In this show, I'll still talk about all hazards incident management, project management, and concepts like the foundational 4. That's the concept of being able to formulate objectives, put together an organizational chart of your team, coordinate resources effectively and early, and communicate well, which I think are the foundational 4 things that can help you solve any problem in any discipline. We'll also expand a little bit, talk to people from all different walks of life, professions, learn about them, learn about the processes they followed to get where they are, ones they followed that led to success, that led to failure, and I'll share some of my experience. In the poem, I touch on some of the things I've done, but in general, my life is kind of chopped up into my time as the military as a U.S. Navy hospital corpsman, working in the information technology and healthcare field, and in public safety, public health, and all hazards incident management. I'll still talk about those things. I'll still have guests from those worlds. But really, what we'll focus on is each other's stories. We'll focus on the processes that we use, simple processes like getting up early, exercising, planning out your day, to really technical processes like the project management body of knowledge used by a lot of project managers today or followed. We'll also talk about progress, how you can make progress, how I can make progress, and how we even make progress when we learn from failures as much as we do from successes. I would say sometimes even more so. So thank you very much for coming here. Stay connected with me on Instagram and Twitter, Pannell KG, or check out our Facebook page and leave your comments on the episodes and suggestions, People Process Progress Facebook page. Go to the peopleprocessprogress.com website, especially if you've never listened to the Between the Slides podcast and you want some tips on getting started in your incident command system training, how to pass the PMP exam, and a few other cool topics and great interviews with some of my friends and guests. Thank you again for coming here. And please remember, it's the people that are the most critical. It's processes that we need to work together to work towards success. And progress, if we focus on the first 2 things, is what we'll all make together. Godspeed.